Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's 4 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time here in the eastern part of the United States. It's time for the weekend special. This is July 9th, 2021, and today we have a special guest. It's Michael W3MLJ. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
Good, good. Michael, tell everybody how old you were when you got started in ham radio and how old you are now and what you like to do with ham radio.
Well, I first got licensed when I was 12 years old, and I'm now 16. I like contesting mainly. I do like to hop on some nets from time to time, but mainly contesting in HF.
So, and you were part of a remote contest team, I think a few months ago. Tell everybody about that.
Well, it was last IARU. I was with the remote ham radio team. We were NU1AW as a headquarters station, and we made a bunch of QSOs, and actually the plaque is the green one right there from NU1AW. So it was definitely a blast, and remote contesting is definitely very fun.
Well, you know, so you've been a ham now for 4 years, and you're in high school, right?
Yep.
And what year will you be starting when you go back?
I'll be in 10th grade. Okay.
You'll be in 10th grade. So That's very cool. And so you were part of the K2M experience, right? Do you see the QSL card?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Yeah. So you were part of K2M. Was that a lot of fun?
Oh yeah, that was a blast.
And so tell everybody what's going on in this photo.
Well, to my right is Bob, WC30, and there's me on a 20 phone running them. Like it was insane. I mean, the pileups were just never ending.
And so I think you told me that Bob, WC30, who is right beside you there, and Bob's on 20 CW, and you're on 20 phone, and Bob was the first ham you ever met.
Yep, it was when I went to go take my technician class down at Skyview, and I met him.
Well, that's incredible. And, you know, 4 years later, here you are operating 20 meters. And what were the pileups like?
They were amazing. Some people, as normal in pileups, just never stopped calling. But mostly everybody was good in the pileup. But it was insane. They were just never ending.
And so, where were some of the stations that you contacted during K2M?
Well, I spun the beams around towards Europe a few times, and worked a bunch of DX over there, loud signals, and sometimes they were spun around to the West Coast, and a bunch of Northerners up in New England and West Coast. I mean, it was really everywhere.
And did you work a lot of DX over in Europe?
Oh yeah.
And so that's pretty exciting, you know, when you're trying to figure out the different accents and the different phonetics. Now, how many contacts did you make? And you never got out of the chair for 7 hours.
Yeah, 1,257, I believe it was in the end.
1,257 contacts in 7 hours on 20 meters. You only had to call CQ once, is that right?
Well, a few times, but it never stopped.
And like I said, you didn't get out of the chair. I remember those days when I could go 7 hours in the chair. And I remember being 16. It was like it was yesterday, but you seem to have a whole lot of fun with that.
Oh yeah, definitely a blast.
So speaking of fun, and if you have any questions for Michael, you can put them in the chat. Speaking of fun, you are going to have some more fun coming up this weekend, I believe, or the end of the weekend, actually. And let me know when you see my screen.
Yep, I see it.
Okay, so tell everyone what this is.
So this is the Youth on the Air camp. I believe there's 30 young hams all coming to Cincinnati, and we're gonna have a bunch of fun. There's loads of things to do there. I know we're having a fox hunt. We're building a small 80-meter receiver, but a bunch of sponsors, the best of the best gear that's going to be there, and a bunch of volunteers that make this possible.
So are some of your friends that you've met on the air going to be there?
Oh yeah, quite a few actually. Case W0AAE is going to be there, one of my best friends, and a few other ones also.
Well, that's great, and it's going to be at the Voice of America Museum, so that's pretty exciting. How the heck are you going to sleep the night before you leave for that?
I really don't know. I don't think I'll be able to sleep at all. Leaving at 3:30 in the morning to fly out there, and we're going till I think it's 11:30 at night Sunday. So it's gonna be a long day.
Well, you know that's what it's all about: having fun and learning things. I think you're going to learn a ton. What do you think?
Oh yeah, yep. And it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have at the hotel we're all staying at. They're gonna have a shack there also, and then the shack down at the VOA museum down there, which has a few good antennas too.
Well, that just looks to be a tremendous event, and I know some of it will be live streamed, which will be great. And of course, everyone here at DX Engineering is hoping for the best. Have you thought about college at all, Michael? What do you think about college?
I've thought about it, and I'm gonna go, but I'm looking into careers that I can use ham radio in, and there's a lot out there, but haven't fully decided on one yet.
Yeah, tell us about your home station, Michael.
Well, at the moment it's just a Flex 6400 with the G5 RV, but actually I'm ordering monovan dipoles that are going to be coming here in the next week or so for 10 through 80, I believe, monovan dipoles. So just 100 watts, but it'll work.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. And we've got Steve, Kilo Bravo 2 Victor Kilo Zulu is checking in with us. And we also have Mike, KE3JP is on. And hello to Mike up there in Greenville. And from Alaska, Kilo Lima 4 Sierra X-Ray. And then in Ontario, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Bravo Mike. And over in England, it's Germany 6 Alpha Delta. And Angel's on today with us, Whiskey Papa 3 Radio from Arecibo. And Frankie Tizone is on. That's KE5KQL from down in Oklahoma City. I used to be in a club with Frankie. He's a great guy. And 80 says, great to get K2M in the log. WA4 Mike Oscar Mike is on in Kentucky. And he said, I got started later than Michael a few months prior to my 21st birthday back in 1975. And sounds like Dan is close to Cincinnati as well. Kilo Papa 4 Mike Delta Echo is on in Puerto Rico. And Grace is on, Kilo Echo 8 Radio Juliet United. Have you ever worked the satellites, Michael?
Well, I did have an Aero antenna. I still have it, but I've never really seemed to be able to work them too well.
Well, you know, the tall guy, K3STL, he's pretty handy with the satellite, so maybe he can give you some pointers. I say that because Grace, KE8RJU, is on the satellites all the time. And in fact, her grandfather is a satellite expert. And so I know Grace's grandfather real well. Dino's on, Kilo Lima 0 Sierra. Reminds me of 51 plus years ago. And Kilo Papa 4 Zulu Zulu in Puerto Rico. And Kilo 5 Hotel Alpha Mike in Texas. And Jeff said I had a good contact with Michael W3MLJ last night on 20 meters. Did you work, Jeff, KB8ZWT?
Yes, I did last night, and he had a really good signal here.
Well, I wouldn't expect anything less. I mean, Jeff's got a butternut vertical, and he's got some radials down, and so and he's got 100 watts. He was saying he might fire up the 7200. Did he tell you which radio he was using?
Oh, I don't believe so, but I do remember him telling me he got some new LED light strips for his shack to make it change colors, and
cool.
Definitely cool.
Speaking of the tall guy, K3 Sugar Tango Lima is on, and he says Michael is a heck of a great ham radio operator and contester, and a heck of a great kid. So I think you can talk to the tall guy about figuring out the satellites. And Kilo Echo 8 Charlie Victor Alpha, Terry is on. Kilo Charlie 3 Charlie Bravo Quebec is in Nag's Head, and got November X-Ray 8 Tango. And from Washington, Whiskey Bravo 7 Hotel Foxtrot. And Robbie says, I'm trying to get out the Scout Troop into ham radio. That's Kilo Charlie 2 Hotel Queen Echo. Nice to have you on, Robbie. And we got Steve, go with a fan dipole antenna, one feed point, and only need one antenna location. I have the DXE 10 through 80. But Michael, I'm sure you've got a plan, and you're going to do just fine with that. Are you going to be able to operate a little bit tomorrow, at least in the IARU radio sport?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely planning on operating a little from the home station. No big multi this year, but still going to be able to get a few contacts in the log.
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, Michael, thanks so much for coming on today with us. We wish you continued success. You know, family and, of course, school are first, but ham radio is right behind all of that good stuff. Family, faith, you know, school, then ham radio. And sometimes it's tough to keep the priorities in order, and boy, I know that. But I'm sure that great things are in your future. You're having a lot of fun now, and the great news is there's even more fun to come. So look forward to hearing all about your stay at camp, and make sure you make a lot of new friends down there, Michael.
Yep. I'll see you there too. You're going to be there, what, Sunday night also?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So, Michael, thanks again. All the best. And to all of our viewers today, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday, when it'll be Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff. Make sure you check out our blog, the DX Engineering blog. That's on all bands, onallbands.com, and click on the events calendar so you can stay up to date with all the things that we're doing in social media at DX Engineering. If we can help you have more fun with the greatest hobby in the world, give us a holler here at DX Engineering. We always want to hear from you. Until Tuesday, get on the air, have some fun, and 73 from DX Engineering.